Blackstone presents The Wrath of the Grinning Ghost by John Bellairs and Brad Strickland. This book is read by Johnny Heller. For Phyllis Fogelman. Chapter 1. The noon sun glittered on a million skipping waves. Beneath Johnny Dixon's bare feet, the deck of the Swordfish rose and fell. The engine roared and the boat's bow sent up a cool, salty spray. Johnny and his father were heading into port now, but their deep-sea fishing boat was still so far out in the Gulf of Mexico that Johnny could see no trace of land. Johnny leaned against the rail, licked his lips, and tasted salt water. He smiled and squinted at the wide horizon through his sunglasses. He hardly ever wore sunglasses because he was nearsighted and had to wear regular glasses, but his dad had bought him a nifty pair of dark green clip-ons that made the whole world look different to Johnny, somehow sharper and more alive than it normally appeared. Behind him, his father, Major Harrison Dixon, twirled the wheel and the Swordfish made a long curve. Johnny looked back at his dad, and Major Dixon's tanned, craggy face broke into a wide grin. "Enjoying yourself, old scout?" said the Major. Johnny nodded and turned back, straining to see the first flat gray smudge of land on the edge of the world. It was a hot June day in the mid-1950s, with the high blue sky, piles of fluffy white clouds drifting by, and a bright, clear sun. Johnny was a pale, freckled blond boy of about 13. He remembered the first time his dad had taken him deep-sea fishing in Florida. Back then, Johnny had felt terrified as they headed out into the Gulf. He had a strong imagination, and he could picture all sorts of disasters. Their boat could capsize, drowning them. They could run out of fuel and drift helplessly until they starved. Sharks or giant octopuses or even sea monsters might attack. It took Major Dixon's cheerful competence at the wheel to calm Johnny's fears. After that first queasy day, Johnny loved being out at sea. He never once got seasick, and he relished the feeling of freedom. No roads, no signposts, no landmarks told them where they could go or how fast they could speed in getting there. Major Dixon, who was an Air Force pilot, said it was the next best thing to flying. Johnny had flown in airliners a couple of times, but he thought this was even better. The swoop and dip of clipping the waves, the boat almost breathed beneath his feet.